Okay. Now, students, we are going to discuss the meter bridge experiment. Actually, you can say it is simplified form of Wheatstone network. पिछले लेक्चर में हमने Wheatstone नेटवर्क स्टडी किया है. तो Wheatstone नेटवर्क में क्या देखा? There are four resistances arranged according in quadrilateral, and balancing condition is R1 by R2 is equals to R3 by R4. That is, if out of four resistances, if any one resistance is unknown, then you can calculate value of that unknown resistance. लेकिन मीटर ब्रिज एक्सपेरिमेंट में क्या है, खाली आपको एक ही नॉन रेजिस्टेंस और एक अननोन रेजिस्टेंस यूज करना है और उससे आप उससे भी आसान तरीके से अननोन रेजिस्टेंस की वैल्यू निकाल सकते हो. तो let us see what is meant by meter bridge. See here, there is 1 meter uniform thin wire. Two ends of the wire are connected to two L-shaped copper strips. One also more copper strip between the two L-shaped, and there is gap, left gap and right gap. So in left gap, unknown resistance X is connected, and in right gap, resistance box is connected. Between these two gaps, there is single strip, and at the center of that strip there is point C. A galvanometer is connected. Galvanometer, its one end point is connected to point C and other is connected to jockey. This jockey can be touched to different points on the wire AB, and the galvanometer shows a deflection according to that length. These two wires, ends of these two wires are also connected to battery, key and rheostat in series. There is a scale denoted below the wire. The scale is 100 centimeter in length. Now, unknown resistance X is in left gap, and here you can take some resistance from resistance box. When the jockey is tapped to different points, galvanometer shows deflection, and we have to find a certain point where galvanometer shows null deflection. So you can say that is balancing condition or null point. So let D is the null point. Then section AD, which is denoted as Lx, that is corresponding length for unknown resistance X, and section DB denoted as LR, which is corresponding length for resistance box R. Now, using Wheatstone network, that is balancing condition, we can say unknown resistance X upon known resistance R is equals to resistance of section AD upon resistance of section DB. So this is according to Wheatstone network condition, balancing condition. Now, what is the resistance of section AD? So separately we can write as resistance of section AD is nothing but rho into length of that section upon area of cross section. Last year we have studied resistance is equals to rho L upon A. So here L, that is length for that particular section. So that is RAD. Similarly, resistance for section DB we can write as rho into LR upon A, where A is area of cross section of wire and rho is specific resistance of that wire. So therefore, X upon R is equals to, instead of RAD, this value rho into Lx divided by A, completely divided by rho into LR upon A. So here rho same get cancel, area of cross section same get cancel. therefore we get x upon r is equals to Lx upon Lr, and therefore value of x is equals to r multiplied by Lx upon Lr. So this is required expression to calculate unknown resistance X using meter bridge. So it is very simple compared to Wheatstone network. Now, next point we are going to see, that is Kelvin's method to determine resistance of galvanometer. मतलब यहाँ अननोन रेजिस्टेंस X जो यूज किया है, तो मीटर ब्रिज का यूज करके हम अननोन रेजिस्टेंस की वैल्यू आसान तरीके से निकाल सकते हैं। तो अभी इसके बदले वेरी सिंपल चेंज करना है। ये गैलोमीटर जो यहाँ है, इसके बदले खाली यहां से गैलोमीटर निकाल के यहाँ कनेक्ट करना है। तो यहाँ आ जाएगा गैलोमीटर और ये सीधा कनेक्शन वायर का जॉकी को। तो अब क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ अननोन रेजिस्टेंस इज नथिंग बट रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ गैल्वेनोमीटर, and here known resistance as a resistance box as it is, remaining all the setting as it is. So Kelvin's method is nothing but it is meter bridge experiment, but instead of unknown resistance directly you have to use their galvanometer. Therefore what will happen, यहाँ पहले unknown resistance x था, इसलिए ये सेक्शन एडी की लेंथ Lx से दिखाई थी। अभी गैल्वेनोमीटर G कनेक्ट किया है, तो अभी हम यहाँ Lg दिखाएंगे। So remaining as it is. So same condition we can apply. अभी हमने थोड़ी देर पहले क्या किया था, x upon r is equals to Lx upon Lr, ये यूज किया था। Now same condition, only notation will be changed. अननोन रेजिस्टेंस X के बदले अभी आएगा रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ गैल्वेनोमीटर है G, नॉन रेजिस्टेंस एज इट इज R, अभी Lx के बदले आएगा Lg and Lr as it is. So therefore G is equals to R multiplied by Lg upon Lr. So using this relation we can find out resistance of galvanometer. और भी सिंपल हो सकता है, ये Lr रिप्लेस करके we know that Lx plus Lr, मतलब ये दोनों सेक्शन की टोटल लेंथ कितने हैं, 100 सेंटीमीटर है। तो दोनों के एडिशन Lg प्लस Lr, दोनों की टोटल है 100। तो अगर Lr रिप्लेस करना है तो Lg अपोजिट लेंगे। सो Lr इज इक्वल्स टू 100 माइनस Lg, ये Lr की वैल्यू हो गई, ये इधर रिप्लेस करो। सो देयरफॉर वी कैन गेट G इज इक्वल्स टू R मल्टीप्लाई बाय Lg अपॉन 100 माइनस Lg. So this is one more form to get resistance of galvanometer. So this is experiment to calculate resistance of galvanometer by Kelvin's method. Let us discuss one example related to Kirchhoff's current law. See in the diagram, current coming towards point junction I1 is 17 ampere. Again current leaving from junction B is I2 and I3. उसमें से I2 की वैल्यू दी है 3 एम्पियर और I3 नहीं दिया है। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट है जंक्शन C, तो जंक्शन C से फिर से करंट आने वाला जो है I4, उसकी वैल्यू दी है 3 एम्पियर और लिविंग करंट I5 value is not given. Then at junction D, again two currents are leaving the junction. One I6 given as x ampere and second I7 given as 9 ampere. तो हमें x की वैल्यू निकालनी है. So let us start from first. At point B or at junction B, applying Kirchhoff's law of current. क्या I1 is coming towards junction, so it is positive. So I1, I2 leaving the junction and I3 also leaving the junction, that is negative. So minus I2 minus I3, that is equals to 0. Therefore I1 is equals to I2 plus I3. This is first relation we got. Now we can use values I1 17 and I2 3. So therefore 17 is equals to I2 की वैल्यू 3 एम्पियर प्लस I3 एज इट इज. सो ये इधर लेने के बाद क्या हो जाएगा, सब्ट्रैक्शन हो जाएगा एंड I3 is equals to 14 ampere. We got here one result. Okay, then second, at junction C, applying Kirchhoff's law. क्या at junction C, I3 is coming, I4 is also coming and I5 leaving the junction. So I3 plus I4 minus I5 is equals to 0. So therefore taking opposite side, both will be positive. So I5 is equals to I3 plus I4. So therefore I5 is equals to I3 की वैल्यू हमने इधर निकाली है, that is 14 एम्पियर प्लस I4 की वैल्यू गिवन, that is 3 एम्पियर. So therefore I5 is equals to 17 ampere. This is second result. Now third, applying Kirchhoff's law for junction D. D को Kirchhoff's law अप्लाई करेंगे तो we get I5 coming towards the junction, so it is positive, minus I6 minus I7 is equals to 0. Therefore I5 is equals to I6 plus I7. अभी I5 की वैल्यू हमने कैलकुलेट की है, दैट इज 17 एम्पियर इज इक्वल्स टू I6 हमने कैलकुलेट करना है x, सो इंस्टेड ऑफ I6 x एज इट इज, प्लस I7 की वैल्यू दी है 9. तो therefore x is equals to 17 minus 9. That is 8 ampere. Okay students, so the next example we are going to discuss, that is related to Kirchhoff's second law. So see, two batteries of 7 volt and 13 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohm respectively are connected parallel with a resistance 12 ohm. Find current through each branch and potential difference across 12 ohm resistance. So see in the circuit here one battery epsilon 1 whose EMF is given as 7 volt and internal resistance is 1 ohm. Current flowing through this battery is denoted as I1. So A, E, F, B, A. This is one loop. Then second battery epsilon 2, its EMF is 13 volt and internal resistance is 2 ohm. Current flowing through this battery is denoted as I2. So at junction C, I1 and I2 is combined. So after C, the current flowing is I1 plus I2. And here resistance is given as 12 ohm. So current is I1 plus I2 and resistance is 12 ohm. Then same resistance flowing through section FD, and at point D again currents are get separated. So here as it is I2 flows and here as I1. So applying Kirchhoff's second law, applying Kirchhoff's second law for loop A E F B A, for loop A E F B A, इस लूप को हम किरचॉफ सेकेंड लॉ यूज करने वाले हैं। तो यहां तो कुछ करंट सेम ही है। आफ्टर सी total current is I1 plus I2 and resistance is 12. Now current is flowing in the same direction as we are tracing the circuit, so therefore it is negative. So minus I1 plus I2 multiply by 12 plus, next when we come here, then at point B only I1 is current and internal resistance is 1 ohm for the battery. So that is nothing but 1 multiplied by I1 plus EMF of battery is 7 volt and we are going from negative to positive terminal. So it is positive. So plus 7 is equals to 0. And therefore here one more point, I1 is in the same direction, it becomes negative. So therefore multiplying to this and 7 taking opposite side, we can write 12 I1 plus I2 plus I1 is equals to 7. This is first result. Now second, applying Kirchhoff's second law for loop CEFDC. CEFDC. So this section as it is, so that is nothing but minus I1 plus I2 multiply by 12. उसके बाद D से इधर आना है तो ओनली करंट इज I2 and internal resistance 2 ohm. So minus 2 into I2, or EMF of battery is 13. So plus 13 is equals to 0. So therefore 12 I1 plus I2 plus 2I2 is equals to 13. That is second result. Now subtracting equation 1 from इक्वेशन 2. सो देयरफॉर इसमें से ये माइनस करना है तो ये सेम है, ड्रॉप हो जाएगा ये, और ये सेक्शन ड्रॉप हो जाएगा माइनस होने के बाद. सो देयरफॉर 2i2 minus i1 is equals to 13 minus 7. So 2i2 minus i1 is equals to 6. Therefore i1 is equals to 2i2 minus 6. अभी ये i1 की वैल्यू इक्वेशन 2 में सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं. सो यूजिंग वैल्यू ऑफ i1 इन equation 2. So therefore 12 in bracket i1, so that is nothing but 2i2 minus 6 plus i2 as it is plus 2i2 is equals to 30. So therefore 12 2i2 plus i2, that is 3i2 minus 6 plus 2i2 is equals to 13. Therefore 12 multiply करते हैं, bracket open, that is 36i2 minus 72 plus 2i2 is equals to 13. So therefore 38i2 is equals to 13 plus 72, and therefore 38i2 is equals to 85. Therefore i2 is equals to 85 divided by 38. This is value of i2. तो i2 की वैल्यू हमें मिल गई 85/38, और i1 का रिलेशन है 2i2 minus 6. सो दैट इज 2 i2 की वैल्यू 85/38 minus 6, cancelling here. So i1 is equals to 85 minus 114 divided by 19. So that is minus 29/90. तो ये हो गई i2 और i1 की वैल्यू. अगर ये पॉइंट में करोगे तो दिस विल बिकम 2.237 एम्पियर, और i1 की वैल्यू minus 1.526 एम्पियर. ठीक है, तो ये i2 और i1 की वैल्यू हो गई. अभी हमको पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस निकालना है. सो जनरल फॉर्मूला V इज इक्वल्स टू I इंटू R. अभी यहाँ I मतलब टोटल करंट विच इज I1 प्लस I2 फॉर दिस सर्किट. सो I1 प्लस I2 multiply by R. So I1 plus I2 will get here minus 1.526 plus 2.237 multiply by 12. तो इसका डिफरेंस आएगा 0.711 multiply by 12. So that is V, which is equals to 8532, and here will be point. So 8.532 volt. So this is required answer. First one, current through each branch, that is I1 minus 1.526 ampere, I2 2.237 ampere, and third answer, potential difference 8.532 volt. Next example related to Wheatstone network. See, at what values should the variable resistor be set such that the bridge is balanced? If the source voltage is 30 volt, find the value of output voltage across XY when the bridge is balanced. So first question, at what values should the variable resistor be set such that the bridge is balanced? तो यहाँ जो रजिस्टर Q दिखाया है उसकी वैल्यू क्या होनी चाहिए सो दैट द ब्रिज इज बैलेंस्ड? तो व्हीटस्टोन ब्रिज में हमने क्या देखा है, P अपॉन Q इज इक्वल टू R अपॉन S. तो इसी से अकॉर्डिंग टू बैलेंसिंग कंडीशन, P by Q इज इक्वल टू R by S. ये हमने थ्योरी में देखा. अभी इधर वैल्यू यूज करेंगे. P की वैल्यू हियर 1.36 किलो ओम. सो 1.36 in kilo ohm, that is 10 raised to 3, divided by Q. Q की वैल्यू हमें निकालनी है. सो इज इक्वल अपॉन Q एज इट इज इक्वल टू 300 ओम divided by 4.4 kilo ohm. So that is 4.4 into 10 raised to 3. Taking cross multiplication, Q is equals to 1.36 into 4.4 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 300. So here, using this power, two zeros get cancelled and 10 raised to 4 remains. So we will use here 2 digit, here 1 digit. So that is nothing but 136 multiplied by 440 divided by 3. So we can write as Q is equals to, इसका प्रोडक्ट अगर सॉल्व किया तो मिल जाएगा 19.94 into 10 raised to 3 ohm, और सिंप्लीफाइंग 19940 ओम. तो ये हो गई Q की वैल्यू. अभी what is second question? If the source voltage is 30 volt, find the values of output voltage across XY when the bridge is balanced. तो वैसे तो ये कैलकुलेट करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. When the bridge is balanced, then output voltage, that is nothing but voltage between B and D. तो थ्योरी में हमने देखा है between this B and D galvanometer is connected, and when network is balanced, current through galvanometer is zero. So if the current is zero, naturally V also zero. लेकिन अगर क्वेश्चन पूछा है तो हम सॉल्व करके दिखाएंगे. So first we have to find total resistance. So first one, total resistance across A, B, C. तो कितना ये इस दोनों की टोटल, सो देयरफॉर दैट इज नथिंग बट 1, लिखेंगे आर एडीसी, सो दैट इज नथिंग बट 19940, ये अभी जो क्यू की वैल्यू निकालिए, और ये 4.4 किलो ओम, दैट इज 4400, सो देयरफॉर आर एडीसी इज इक्वल्स टू कितना आ जाएगा, 0.42304 ओम। तो ये टोटल रेजिस्टेंस हो गया। तो resistance for ADC section, that is we have calculated as 24,340 ohm. Now potential for AD is equals to I1 multiply by ADC, I mean RADC. So it gives you potential for this, that is given as 30 volt. So 30 volt, not necessary, is equals to I1 multiply by 24340. So we get I1 as 30 upon 24340 एम्पियर, ये करंट हो गया। So therefore potential between this section, that is the AD, is equals to I1 multiply by RAD, which is nothing but I1 ये वैल्यू हो गई 30 upon 24340 multiply by RAD, that is resistance between A and D, that is Q, we have calculated as 19940, 19940. So therefore VAD is equals to, when you calculated this, the answer becomes 24 point, I think 58, 24.58 volt. So this is potential across AD. Similarly, we have to calculate potential across AB. So similarly, we can calculate PD between across AB. So VAB is nothing but current through this, that is given as I2 multiply by resistance for AB section, that is RAB. Now I2, that is again V upon RABC multiply by RAB, that is nothing but 30 upon RABC, total resistance for this section ABC, that is 1.36160 and 300 multiply by RAB, resistance of this one, that is 1360, so which is equals to 30 upon 1660 multiply by 1360, that is VAB. So if you complete this, then that answer is also again 24.58 volt. So this is VAB, and therefore V out, that which is asked, is equals to VAB minus VAD, which is equals to 24.58 minus 24.58, that is 0. एंड शुरू में हमने थ्योरी में देखा ही था और इसी पॉइंट में डिस्कस भी किया था, अगर ये बैलेंस है तो पोटेंशियल बिटवीन B and D, that should be 0, and that is answer.